What is going on, guys? Welcome to Duck Crossing. I'm Duck Hunter 44, and with me, of course, is Jack.
Hey!
It's been a while.
We're back!
It's been a while since we've been on camera, and the reason why is I was trying to think of a different way we could do this, and I think playing a game while we talk was a cool way to do it.
Especially this game, too, because I love playing this, and then I love just, you know, talking while we're playing, too.
Right. So this is like a perfect little thing going on. So the episode, to get back into things that I started, I thought we could do was a Q&A. So you guys asked us a bunch of questions on the YouTube community tab, so we're just going to go through those and go from there.
Hey, we might as well.
So the first question on the list is from Tyler8484. What is your favorite vacation spot? Jack,
I'll even get a shout out too, like who submitted the question.
You gotta give a shout out.
My favorite vacation place?
Yep.
Well, like, I don't really go places for vacation most of the time. Usually it's like, oh, there's a new game coming out and I want to play that, so I stay home and play it. So I would say right now, like if I was going to pick a place, I want to go to New York City because I want to go to the official Nintendo store. That's just been like a dream of mine. Also, like, for the future, to go to Universal so we can go to the actual Nintendo theme park. Like, that's just going to be a dream come true someday. To go to Nintendo Land.
That seems like a really cool spot.
To play Mario Kart.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, these are all, like, in theory type of things of what I think is going to be there, but, like, that's the dream. That's what I've always ever wanted to do, is to go to some place like that. So for me, that's it. Like, of course it's going to be Nintendo related. Like,
so for me, ever since I was a little kid, Disney World has been my spot.
See, I've never been to Disney World.
Like that's just like my go-to for vacation. Like if I want to go on a vacation, it's going to be Disney. Like without a doubt. Like I that's just like, it's like a second home. Seriously, it is. Like, I love going there, and like we've gone there pretty much my whole childhood. So like growing up, like that's the spot to go.
That'll add a lot more to it. I mean, it's already like the perfect place to go anyway.
Oh yeah.
And then if you have like the history,
it's
like,
just
that's just
you gotta
add
keep going
to it even more.
So the next question is by Two Roy Boys.
Two Roy
Boys. I kind of like that. And he says, "Hey, what is your least favorite Nintendo game on any Nintendo console?"
So any Nintendo console, it's got to be made or published by Nintendo.
Dude, you guys know what mine is. ARMS, baby.
Oh,
I had to drop that, okay? I mean, I don't hate ARMS.
We really are bad.
But I had to drop ARMS because, you know, that's kind of like the meme on the channel. You know, like, I don't like ARMS. So my personal one is ARMS. I'm just going to go with that.
ARMS is like my favorite.
Yeah, that's the funny
one of my
part
favorites
about it,
anyways, on the Switch. But, that is a tough one. Because it's like, I don't like to negatively associate stuff with Nintendo, you know, it's like...
But I think ARMS is just funny, because it's just...
ARMS is funny, because, like, I understand why, you know, people are into it, because it's like, it's a fighting game. It's not like this game where it's like, it has something for everybody, and it's accessible, like, it makes sense to play, for the most part. Man, that is really tough. I wish I had a good answer for that.
Well, if there's no good one, then...
Well, so, like... Something that comes to mind is like Metroid Other M, but I don't think of it as like my least favorite.
Oh wait, dude!
Trash on it.
Animal Crossing.
Amiibo Festival.
Yeah.
See, I never even played it.
I played it, dude, and that was the worst game I've ever played in my life.
I love this. I get to unlock a character for you.
Yeah, I like that because I didn't unlock them all yet.
Let's see if I can actually get past them.
So that's
let me keep thinking about it.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
I'll try to see if I can come back to it.
Okay.
It would be easier for me if I thought, like, per platform, like... Because here's another one is, I recently rebought... I haven't played it again, but it was Star Fox Adventures. Because, like, at the time when I played it on the GameCube, it's like a Zelda game. But I'm like, I want Star Fox. I don't want Zelda in my Star Fox. Like, if I want to play Zelda, I'll play Zelda. If I want to play Star Fox, that's what I wanted. And they gave me a Zelda game, and I got really mad. But I rebought it because I was like, I'm going to replay this game someday and like try to give it another shot. But I bought it, I just haven't replayed it. But that was one that really upset me at the time because I love Star Fox.
Yeah.
And I know like I talked about Starlink last year and how much like just kind of by default, crap, I lost. That like that was a good Star Fox game because like every other one just wasn't good. So maybe I'll go with that. But it's like I feel bad because like I don't want to hate on the game.
Right.
I want to give it another chance.
So the next question on the list is from Ruben Granados, and he or she asked, "How did you decide to start YouTube?" So I guess this is a question for me.
Yeah, just all you.
So basically, I just started with an unboxing video.
That was the
dude. It was on Amiibo Festival. I unboxed, and
that kind of makes a lot of sense though.
What got me into it was Lamar Wilson was the inspiration. He does a lot of toy unboxings, Nintendo unboxings. He was like my big inspiration to get into making videos, and then I'm here now.
So there was like a person.
Right, that I started watching. That like kind of inspired me to do like unboxing videos, but then I kind of branched off. I haven't done unboxing videos in a while. And now I'm just full on Nintendo.
You haven't had a lot to unbox recently.
Yeah,
really.
That's true.
The special edition?
For the special edition.
For Smash?
No, I did not get that. Did you get that?
No.
You didn't get that either?
I like just the standard
We know
box.
who did get that.
Are we talking to Tuna?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Well, he got the Switch thing. I don't know if he got the special edition of the game. Oh, here we go. We got Callie and Marie now.
The next question on the list is from Lucas, and he says, "What's best, the Switch or the 3DS?"
Honestly, I think that's kind of like a call you have to make, because like to me, the 3DS and like especially if you include the 2DS and like all the different forms of it, like that is the best value in a system you can get. Because like if you go to the Switch, then it's like, well, I feel like you need the Pro Controller right off. And then when you're talking games, it's like there's a couple games I would want you to get if you're picking up a Switch, like right off. Like Smash Brothers is a great example, but there's a lot of games like Mario Kart. It's like you should have this on your Switch. Right. Plus digitally, there's a bunch of good stuff. So like I think the quality of games on both is insane. Because like the stuff that you want to have on the Switch, say like Virtual Console stuff, like that's on the 3DS. So it's like even if you have both, you get value either way. And even now, like, there's still 3DS games being released, especially digitally. So I don't think there's a wrong choice right now.
Right.
You know, the Switch is, like, the hot thing. Well, and it's going to be for the future, too.
And to be honest, they're two completely different consoles.
True.
Two very, very different consoles.
Well, that's what I always loved about the Nintendo strategy is, like, okay, we have our handheld and we have our console. So it's like we have something for both systems and they're unique. It's not like here's the same game both times. Here's a different, because like even the 3DS version, like when they did Smash Brothers for the Wii U and 3DS, it's like they were different. They were the same, but they were different.
Very different.
So I think if you're interested in either, go for it, because like you will not be disappointed.
Right. Next up on the list is from Ben Burton. When will PC Fanboy be joining the battle? So I think what he's talking about here is the Sony fanboy, the Xbox fanboy. I've never done like a PC fanboy
I was going to say, did you ever do a PC fanboy?
I think I kind of hinted it a bit a while back.
See, the PC fanboy could be a fun character because it's like, I feel like you could do like, do like the nerdy thing, like get some glasses and like get a like little button-up shirt with a pencil protector in there, and get a calculator like, oh, it's actually this many frames, and oh, that would be fun.
That would be fun.
Man, these guys are giving you some good ideas.
I know, right?
I like that.
There could be a PC fanboy coming
in the future.
In the future,
but like I don't like. To me, the Sony fanboy, like it just plays so perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's
without a doubt.
Like the PC thing, I think would work too. It's just like you don't necessarily like connect with that as much.
Because like the Sony fanboy is like
it's too easy.
It's so easy.
It's so easy.
It's
like,
so fun.
You know the stuff that you want to say. Like with the PC thing, like I wouldn't necessarily have as much knowledge as like what to say about it.
Right.
I would go more like generic.
Yeah, because I'm like not a PC player at all.
Right.
Like, but PlayStation I play.
I mean, PC for you is like work. Basically. It's
right,
like,
yeah, that's what I use a PC for.
This is what I'm going to use to do my videos or record or whatever. But it's not like what you're playing on.
Right.
You're just playing through it.
Right.
Like we are right now.
Right. Next up on the list is a question from Max. He says, do you still play Sea of Thieves? So, Sea of Thieves was like a really...
I wish we could have talked about that. I never played it. But...
Yeah, it's it was supposed to be, you know, I was really hyped for it. I
mean, they're still working on it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I was actually talking to one of my friends the other night that I think I want to start playing it again, but I haven't played it since launch, if that answers your question.
I think that's most people.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people were interested. A lot of people bought the... Well, I hope a lot of people bought it.
I think a lot of people bought it.
Most people immediately went away from it.
Yeah. Well, the thing that's tricky about that game is you need a team of 4. If you're not playing with 4 people that you know, the game is going to not be fun.
So it's not like Splatoon where you'll have more fun with your friends, but you can play without them and still enjoy it.
So that's the problem with that one. Another one from Max. What's your favorite PC? PS4 or Xbox One?
Wait, what was it? Was just PC or no. Xbox One versus PlayStation?
Yeah, which one do you like more?
Well, I know you've kind of made a big thing about this most recently. I guess it's kind of... Did it start with Call of Duty or...? It
started with them not allowing cross play.
So it just happened to be around that time that Call of Duty was like a thing.
Right. So I used to buy all my Call of Duty games on PlayStation. Now I'm buying them on Xbox. But I don't have like any loyalty to either console. I play both. But I just switched over some things to the Xbox.
I mean, you haven't really played PlayStation in a while.
Right. I played actually the other day on GTA. Not gonna lie.
See, for me, I don't really think to frame it that way because it's kind of like what you're saying. You know, like if there's a good thing on Xbox, I'll play it on there. If it's on,
if it's exclusive, if it's exclusive to PlayStation,
like Cuphead, like I needed to have the Xbox.
Right.
And you helped me out to get the Xbox so I could play Cuphead. It's like. If it was on the Switch, I would definitely buy it again, but it's like a good content, no matter where it is, I want to play it.
For sure.
For me, it just happens that the PlayStation 4 has more of that content.
Right.
And I think we could all agree that PlayStation has just been more blessed with like more exclusives for sure, but just more content in general.
Right.
But I don't want to hold it against the Xbox. It's just they haven't got like the stuff that's for me necessarily.
Yeah, I could see that too. Next up is from McLovin.
McLovin. Oh my god, he's a fan.
And he says, can you show your hours played on your Switch? He's really interested in seeing
I guess you got to get the other controller to go back to the home menu then.
So basically, that would be a good video idea. Like, we wouldn't show him now.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, but like, we could do like a whole, we could do a whole video on that.
Okay.
It's like,
just pull up your profile and see your hours logged in. Well, spoiler alert, there's going to be a lot of Fortnite on there.
Yeah, good amount. And next up is from I Don't Know.
I don't know.
What is your favorite Splatoon 2 weapon? I'll start with mine because mine's easy. It's the dualies.
Well, mine is the easiest because I just use this first weapon that you get, the Splattershot Junior.
I'm just a huge fan of the dualies just because simply of the rolling. The roll dodge is a huge...
Especially if you're somebody that's like going to go after people.
Oh, yeah.
Then
you need it.
It's such a huge advantage over people. Because I remember when I was playing, it's like that dodge roll. People were really getting me with that.
Yep. It's definitely a advantage.
But yeah, for me, the Splattershot Junior, just like it plays the style I want to play. Like it has short range, but it has good like fast rate of fire.
Right.
It covers like a kind of a random coverage. And also the first, like the special you get with it is the like ink armor.
Yep.
And I think that's really good for, I mean, a lot of situations, but it's really helpful for your team. Because, like, I'm more interested in winning the game than, like,
you want
getting
to be
kills.
Ground.
Yeah. And that just is the fastest way, the easiest way. And it just works for me, I guess. I played with that gun for both games and just using that, and that was all that I needed.
Next question is from Michael, and he says, what are your opinions on the Switch Online? How can they improve it? And he also hopes to see a Nintendo Switch 2.0 this year.
I wonder what he thinks of as 2.0. Because more recently I heard of, like, the portable only kind of idea.
Right, with the smaller version.
Which I'm into that.
I'm into that,
It's just, it doesn't really make sense to me.
It makes no sense.
Because it's like, okay, here's your Switch that has all this unique features that it can do. Let's take all that out.
Right, and
And then what are you gonna charge for
when
that?
it's portable enough, you know?
Yeah.
It's portable enough.
It's definitely portable enough.
It's a weird topic. I think they're going to be doing something, but I have no idea what.
I mean, that's also what they always do. Everybody's doing it now. Is like you come up with the 2.0 or like the X version or the Pro version. You know, like
just to get some more cash in their pocket. You know,
it's just a good way to bring sales to help developers out too by adding a little extra horsepower. Like I think we talked about a million times. It's like horsepower doesn't really do much for me.
Right.
But I can understand from a developer standpoint that like, hey, can you help us out with this? And that would just bring more games to your platform. And I mean, as many games as already on the Switch, it's like, why not keep going with it?
And the next question is from Aaron. Talk about Yoshi's Crafted World.
Pichu.
So our thoughts on Yoshi's Crafted World. And then he asked, how old am I? Well, first off, I'm 21. And then Yoshi's Crafted World, I'm excited for because Yoshi's Woolly World, I really enjoyed. So so that's basically, you know, what it is.
Yeah,
but a newer and improved version. So
for me, anytime there's like a Yoshi's Island-ish type of game, it's like I have to be in because it's another one like kind of like Star Fox, where it's like the original game is so important to me that I will always want to see what they have next. Unfortunately, like Star Fox, it never lives up to the original because I feel like Yoshi's Island is one of the best. I mean, I consider it to be one of the better Mario games.
Right.
So it's very high on my list as far as Nintendo games, and they're just never as good, but they're always fun.
Oh yeah,
they're always fun. And now they have like the new Super Mario Brothers style co-op thing where you can play 2 people. So it's like it's one of those games that you can play with people. Maybe if they're like not big into games or they just don't like playing by themselves or whatever, like you can play together and you can kind of get through together. I like that aspect of it.
And then next up sorry, I laughed at this one. Another one from Michael. He says, do you think ARMS could win Game of the Year 2019?
Bring it back.
Unfortunately, I don't think ARMS is gonna win Game of the Year.
Also, we already have our Game of the Year for 2019.
Yeah.
Even though we're only like a couple weeks in, we already know what 2019 Game of the Year is going to be.
Right. It's going to be Animal Crossing.
It's Animal Crossing, yeah.
So no, it won't be Game of the Year.
Unfortunately. Maybe 2020 we'll bring it back and see.
Your guy Ed asked,
do
you think there will be an Animal Crossing Switch bundle when the new game releases?
Oh my god.
Personally, I think there will be, and the Joy-Cons will look like the Animal Crossing 3DS. So the Animal Crossing 3DS,
wow.
I have, which
the
I love.
Pop-Tart one.
The Pop-Tart 3DS. And I got that day one, and I absolutely love it. I think they will do something because I think they really want to promote Animal Crossing.
I hope so.
Because Pocket Camp is doing really well, and it's still doing well, and they're still adding content in there.
I'm still into it. I know that.
So I think that it's just going to be a great game. So yeah, I do think there's going to be.
I really hope that's
a bundle
true.
For sure.
I mean, hopefully the next time they decide they want to do a Nintendo Direct, we'll get to see Animal Crossing for the first time, and then when we get closer to when they think they want to release it, then we might get that information.
Right.
But, yeah, I would love to see that. That would just be a dream. It would be really hard not to buy that one.
Oh, without it. Yeah, you have to buy it if that.
Yeah, hopefully they'd be nice and, like, if they do special Joy-Cons, they'll let us buy them without having to buy
without buying the bundle. Yeah,
I would love that. Because I don't want to buy the whole thing over again. But I would love to have some new Joy-Cons.
I mean, I would do it. I would buy the whole bundle.
It's been way too long since we got some new Joy-Cons, too.
Yeah, it's been a while for Joy-Cons. I thought we'd be getting more.
Like, was the last one Odyssey?
Yeah, it was.
That was way too long ago for them.
Because we didn't even get, well,
unless you count, like, Smash Bros.
Right, but those really don't count.
Not really count. I don't think so.
I don't think they count either. Next question is from Pat Prime.
Oh, the Eevee and the Pikachu ones.
Oh, yeah, we got those, too. But those weren't separate either.
Not here.
Right. Next up is from Pat Prime. What is your favorite game ever? Theirs is Super Smash Bros. They got it for
the
Christmas.
original?
No, the Ultimate. They got it for Christmas.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, this one.
I really love this one, but yeah, I would go with Melee, and the same reason. Like, I got Melee for Christmas when it came out. So we got, like, we didn't used to get our own consoles. I had to, like, borrow it from my grandma's house to play them. So like, I think it was 99, we got, or maybe 2000 actually, we got the N64. So that was like the first console we had as a family for us. And then in 2001, we got the GameCube, like right when it came out, and we got Melee with it. And to me, Melee is like the perfect game, and it still is. So that's what I would go with.
The one for me is definitely Animal Crossing New Leaf.
New Leaf, yeah.
Yeah, New Leaf really just hits home for me.
Yeah, I mean, Animal Crossing is definitely one
Animal
of
Crossing
my
in general.
favorite franchises, and New Leaf, like, is incredible.
Without
Even
doubt.
now, I mean, because they haven't put out a new game, it's the best version by default of Animal Crossing.
Right.
And it works so good on the 3DS.
Too. Oh, it works so well.
And it's like I can see so many applications for how they could take some of those features and bring them over to the new one. Like, the possibilities are just insane to me.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. Next up is Super Gamer 212. Yes, when are you going to live stream with subscribers? So what I started to do, basically, is I'm making videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Wednesday's always going to be an episode of Duck Crossing like today. And then I want to live stream on the weekends. So that's when I'll be playing.
So they want to play Smash Brothers with you?
Well, just any game, I feel. You know, like
it's been a while. I want to do that Splatoon event, but I've just been playing Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah,
Splatoon is always fun to play with people too.
Like my last live stream I did last weekend, we switched it up a little. We started with Splatoon, the Frosty Fest.
Oh, you did play that.
And then we went into what did we go into next? We went into Smash next, but the online isn't the best, so we switched out of that.
Yeah.
And then we went up and ended it with Mario Kart. And that was a really fun live stream.
Because you can do like a little lobby thing, right?
Right, in Mario. Brothers? Well, that and Smash, but like it wasn't well done.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
I was hoping that like if you weren't just playing with random people, that like that would make the lag not so bad.
Yeah, it lagged.
It's still that bad.
Next question is from Mario Fan. Can you do a meet and greet in Toronto? Maybe in the future. I
got a lot of Duck fans up in Toronto.
I guess so. I definitely want to go to more like events like E3.
I mean, Toronto does have a lot of stuff going on a lot of times too.
They do. So maybe possibly in the future.
Yeah, maybe if there's like some event or something.
Oh, here we go. Pokey Trio asks, what is your main in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?
I think you see that right here.
And yeah, my main is Link. It's always been Link. And
Link is really good in this one.
Dude, he's so good. Well, and the thing I like about Link, like, good. I played with Link on all of the other ones pretty much.
But he's different, though.
A little bit.
In this one. I mean, the bombs alone, that's a huge difference.
Yeah. But that's my main.
I mean, Marth was my favorite character in Melee. I love using him in this one, but I don't know if he's my main. It's hard for me to pick only one character in this game. Like, there's just so many good characters.
There's a lot of good characters, and they added so many also, so it's kind of...
Yeah.
It's kind of hard.
Yeah, because there's some characters, like, I've barely even played.
Right. Like, I want to get good with the Inkling, but I don't know how to use it.
Inkling is so hard to use.
I don't know how to use it.
It's, like, one of the more advanced characters, I would say. Just having, like, their own effect of how, like, they can do extra knockback is pretty crazy.
Right. Next up is a question from Dean. What game had the biggest impact on your childhood? And he says, congrats on 30K. Well, thank you for that. So for me, the game that had the biggest impact was definitely Pokemon Pearl and Diamond.
That was your first?
That was like my first like actually getting into Pokemon in 5th grade. And ever since I've been like a huge Pokemon fan. And that as like a single game, like I just remember that so well.
I think a lot of people really connected with that generation too.
Yeah.
And I think that the DS was like such a perfect...
Oh, it was incredible.
Oh, it was such a perfect marriage for Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the handhelds always work, because like for me, again, like I was talking about my first console, like my first thing I had for myself was my Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
So having a Game Boy Color and getting Pokemon Red and Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, those two just completely cemented my love of games for the rest of my life. So between those two, having that and my new Game Boy, like, it was a done deal. I was a Nintendo fan for life after that.
It's hard not to be. Damon asked, what's the story behind your YouTube name? So basically the game Duck Hunt and my favorite number is 44. As simple as that.
That easy.
It's as simple as that. That's pretty much it for that one.
But now everybody like is attached to that
right.
name. It's got its own.
It's got its own
history now.
Yeah, pretty much. Next up is from Fob's Iceland Fanboy.
What?
It's a pretty intense name. What? Okay, wait. I actually get this question a lot. I see it in the comments a lot. What is my intro song to like my actual intro? It's not really a song. It's just a custom-made little jingle for like a 15 seconds. So unfortunately, it's not a song. I've never answered this on video. It's just an intro.
Oh
song.
Shoot!
That's all it is.
But
that's all.
Isn't it like there's a thing you use to make the intro?
Right. But it's not like real music. It's like 15-second clips of just randomly made intros. So that's what it is. Evan asked, how long have you been doing YouTube? Almost 3 years.
Holy crap.
Almost 3 years. It's been a long journey.
I mean, what a 3 years it's been, because we're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of the Switch. So it's like that timing couldn't have been any better.
Oh, right.
Because they were kind of in this period of like, okay, we're not making money. Like our system is not necessarily very popular or very successful. There was so much unknown about like what the future was going to be.
Right.
And they were trying stuff out like Amiibo, like
trying a bunch of different
they hadn't got the mobile stuff really going. I mean, I guess it was very early on in your stuff when you're doing like Pokemon Go things. So it was a big change at that point. Abra just messes with you so bad.
I know. Next up is from Jeremy. What's your opinion on the new Nintendo Switch console rumors? So we kind of already talked about that a bit, but basically the same thing. Like you just never know.
Yeah, because like I'm into the idea of doing the like portable only like Game Boy style thing, but like, does that make sense to me? Not really.
Right.
I like the idea, and I'll definitely buy it, but why I'm buying it, I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess I need more information to know what it actually is first. And like a more powerful one, I'd probably be less likely to buy it, because like I don't really see the application for me. Like I said, I see it from the developer standpoint, so I think that could work, but like I don't really want to buy another one if it's just power. If it's like a different orientation, then I think I might be more tempted, because I think it would probably look cool.
Right. Next question is from Dean. Who's your favorite Animal Crossing villager? Mine's Ketchup the duck.
Oh, like an actual villager.
Yeah, like the actual little village, like one of the villagers.
That's tough. There's so many good ones.
Ketchup the duck.
Oh, sweet. Another one.
Ketchup the duck is all there for me.
There's some good ducks, yeah. That is really tough. I mean, Derwin the duck has always been a fan of mine. Because he's just a big nerd. I love that about him.
That's good stuff.
Next, picking ducks.
Gotta pick ducks, I guess. Legendary Arrow asks, "What's your favorite gaming console?"
Mine's Richter.
Mine's the Switch.
Yeah, I think like for me, it's the same way. It's like whatever's the newest Nintendo console, just kind of by default becomes my favorite. And also, like during the Wii and Wii U eras, like it basically had every Nintendo legacy game through the Virtual Console, so that made it even easier. Where it's like you're not even missing out on anything, because you get to play it digitally. But yeah, I think the Switch is the best thing they've ever done,
without a doubt.
And the way that it's being supported is really the thing that makes me the most happy, because we don't miss out on anything anymore. It's like we get to play all the newest, latest, and greatest, best stuff
from any publisher.
That was the only limitation of the Switch, or like a Nintendo platform for the longest time. So we don't even have that as an issue anymore. So
it's all good stuff.
Yeah. Plus, playing in portable mode has become like a really fun thing for me.
It is. Well, like, and I love being able to bring it with you anywhere. Like, say even if you want to watch TV. You have the option to do both, so it's like you have the best of both worlds with that. Next question. I think this is the last one. Yeah, last question here. This one's from JoJo.
Ooh.
How big has YouTube impacted your life? Well,
I mean, how big is YouTube in anyone's life, dude? Like, think about like over the years, because like I was thinking, or somebody mentioned on the Wii, it's like before there was like, you know, big time Netflix and like Hulu and all that, all the streaming services that we use, like you would just hook your Wii up to your TV and you'd watch YouTube on there.
Right.
And that was like a whole revolutionary thing. Like that wasn't a normal thing on a console to have YouTube on it. Now it's like you must have YouTube on everything.
You gotta have it.
And like that was such a huge thing just then. And that was like just console implementation of YouTube.
Right.
Like YouTube is just like it's bigger than most things, you know, like it's crazy.
It's huge.
And even with things on the internet, it's like how stuff changes, or like what's popular, what's like the standard thing, doesn't stay that way for very long. Like YouTube has been the thing forever, and it still is.
Right. It's still the leading, you know, where you can make videos.
But like, what do you use it for, and what type of videos you put on there? That's changed significantly. Like, I mean, the idea of an unboxing, that wasn't like always never a thing. But then it became a huge thing, or like Let's Plays, or it's like it all kind of, now you have different platforms for streaming or whatever, but it's like it all kind of originated with YouTube. And it just changed, I mean, it changed gaming as far as what we talk about, but like it changed life, like for everybody. I mean, how you learn how to do stuff.
Right, you look it up on YouTube.
You look it up on YouTube, yeah. Because, I mean, it's so helpful to have a video of someone explaining something.
You know, reading about it.
Yeah, and again, for games, too, it's like watching someone play.
Oh, it's a game.
And, like, how the strategy works versus, like, we used to read, you know, like, walkthroughs.
Right.
It's like you had to understand the language to even know what they were talking about.
Right.
But if you watch a video, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you can see how
I can see right where I need to be around this boss, or like where this thing is on the map, you know?
Right. And for, like, as a creator on YouTube, it's definitely impacted my life, because I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now if it wasn't for YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, we're here right now.
That's for sure. You know, I would have been in college still right now.
Right, it would have changed your whole life.
Right, without a doubt. Like, I would be doing something completely different right now, which is insane to say.
Right.
But yeah, that was the last question on the list. Thank you guys for sending your questions in.
Yeah, that was some good questions.
I hope you enjoyed this style of duck crossing. You know, rather than just seeing us sit and talk, I think this is a much better way to go about things, because this is like more of a podcast type thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let us know if you enjoyed it down below in the comments. And we'll continue to do it like this, but if not, we'll go back to the normal.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Yeah, whichever one you guys like more.
You can jump back and forth.
Right, yeah. We can change it up, do whatever. Also, let us know if you like the Q&A, because we can do more Q&As in the future, talking about different things. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Remember to like and comment down below, and we'll see you all in the next video. Here we go!